Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a fascinating topic that concerns many of us, either for ourselves or our loved ones. Longevity in our later years. By the time we reach 70, we've already beaten many odds. The average life expectancy worldwide has increased dramatically over the last century. But what determines who will thrive into their 80s, 90s, or even become centenarians? Scientists have been studying this question intensively, and they've identified several reliable predictors. In today's video, I'll walk you through 7 scientifically proven signs that can predict how long someone might live after reaching their 70s. These aren't just random correlations. They're backed by decades of research from prestigious longitudinal studies like the Baltimore Longitudinal Study of Aging and the Framingham Heart Study. Before we begin, remember that these are statistical predictors, not guarantees. Many people defy the odds in both directions. And the wonderful thing about most of these factors? They're modifiable, meaning there are things you can do today to improve your chances of a longer, healthier life, regardless of your current age. Let's get started. The first sign might surprise you with its simplicity, how fast you walk. Multiple studies have found that walking speed is one of the most powerful predictors of longevity in older adults. A landmark study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association found that walking gait speed was a stronger predictor of survival than age, sex, chronic conditions, or even smoking history. Specifically, researchers found that adults over 70 who walked at a pace of at least 2.25 miles per hour, or about 3.6 kilometers per hour, consistently lived longer than slower walkers. Each increase of 0.1 meters per second in walking speed correlated with a 12% decrease in mortality risk. Why is walking speed so predictive? It's essentially a comprehensive assessment of your overall health systems. Walking requires energy, muscle strength, balance, coordination, and cardiorespiratory fitness. When you walk, you're using multiple body systems simultaneously. Your heart, lungs, circulatory system, nervous system, and musculoskeletal system all have to work together efficiently. If you're concerned about your walking speed, the good news is that it can be improved through regular exercise, particularly strength training for the lower body and cardiorespiratory fitness activities. Even small improvements in walking speed have been associated with significant reductions in mortality risk. Our second predictor is grip strength, how strongly you can squeeze with your hands. This might seem like an odd measure, but it's actually one of the most well-established biomarkers of aging and longevity. A major study published in The Lancet followed over 140,000 people across 17 countries and found that each 5-kilogram decrease in grip strength was associated with a 16% increased risk of death from any cause. Grip strength is what scientists call a biomarker of vitality. It reflects your overall muscle mass and strength, which naturally decline as we age in a process called sarcopenia. But grip strength isn't just about arm muscles, it correlates strongly with overall body strength and health. What makes grip strength particularly valuable is that it's easy to measure and doesn't require expensive equipment. Many geriatricians now include grip strength tests in their routine assessments. To improve grip strength, resistance exercises that work the forearms, hands, and fingers can help. But more importantly, overall strength training that maintains muscle mass throughout the body will benefit grip strength as well. Maintaining adequate protein intake is also essential for preserving muscle mass as we age. Moving beyond physical measures, our third sign is the strength of your social connections. Multiple studies have confirmed that maintaining strong social relationships is as important to longevity as traditional health factors like smoking, obesity, and physical activity. One meta-analysis that compiled data from 148 studies found that people with stronger social connections had a 50% increased likelihood of survival compared to those with weaker social ties. The Harvard study of adult development, which has followed participants for over 80 years, found that the quality of people's relationships at age 50 was a better predictor of health outcomes than cholesterol levels. What matters most appears to be the quality rather than quantity of relationships. Having meaningful connections where you feel understood, supported, and valued seems to provide the greatest benefit. This doesn't necessarily mean having a large social circle. Even one or two close relationships can provide significant benefits. Why do social connections matter so much? Scientists believe several mechanisms are at work. Social support helps buffer against stress, reducing harmful inflammation. Social engagement keeps our brains active and challenged. Having relationships gives us purpose and meaning. Friends and family often encourage healthier behaviors. If you're looking to strengthen your social connections, consider joining community groups, volunteering, taking classes, or reconnecting with old friends. Technology can also help maintain connections despite physical limitations or distance. Our fourth predictor is nutritional status, how well nourished your body is. As we age, maintaining proper nutrition becomes both more important and more challenging. Unintentional weight loss in older adults is a particularly strong warning sign. Research shows that losing 5% or more of body weight over a year without trying is associated with a substantially increased risk of mortality. Several nutritional markers are particularly important: protein intake, which helps preserve muscle mass; vitamin D levels, essential for bone health and immune function; B vitamin status, particularly B12, which often becomes deficient in older adults; and overall caloric adequacy, neither too much nor too little. A Mediterranean-style eating pattern, rich in vegetables, fruits, whole grains, fish, olive oil, and nuts, has consistently been associated with longer lifespans and reduced rates of age-related diseases. Interestingly, some research suggests that slight overweight status, with a BMI between 25 and 27, may actually be protective in adults over 70, though obesity remains detrimental. This is sometimes called the obesity paradox in older adults. If nutritional status is a concern, consulting with a registered dietitian who specializes in geriatric nutrition can be invaluable. Simple blood tests can identify specific nutritional deficiencies that may need addressing. Our fifth predictor is cognitive function, how well your brain works. Multiple studies have found that maintained cognitive abilities, particularly processing speed and executive function, strongly predict longevity after 70. One study from Albert Einstein College of Medicine found that declines in walking speed and cognitive function together were especially powerful predictors of mortality risk. What's particularly interesting is that subjective cognitive complaints, feeling that your memory or thinking isn't what it used to be, often predict future decline even before objective tests can detect changes. The good news is that cognitive function isn't fixed. The brain maintains neuroplasticity throughout life, and many cognitive abilities can be maintained or even improved with the right activities. Learning new skills, especially those requiring both mental and physical coordination. Regular physical exercise, which benefits the brain as much as the body. Maintaining social engagement and meaningful activities. Managing cardiovascular risk factors like high blood pressure and diabetes is crucial. Getting adequate sleep is also important, as this is when the brain clears waste products. If you're concerned about cognitive changes, don't just chalk them up to senior moments. Discuss them with your healthcare provider. Many causes of cognitive decline are treatable if caught early. Our sixth predictor is pulmonary function, how well your lungs work. Lung capacity naturally decreases with age, but the rate of decline varies significantly between individuals. Studies show that maintaining better lung function is strongly associated with longer life. In fact, forced expiratory volume FEV1, a measure of how much air you can forcefully exhale in 1 second, has been shown to be a better predictor of mortality than chronological age in older adults. Several factors affect lung health in older age: history of smoking or respiratory conditions, regular physical activity which maintains respiratory muscle strength, exposure to air pollution and respiratory infections. While some aspects of lung aging are inevitable, regular aerobic exercise can significantly slow the decline in pulmonary function. Even in your 70s and beyond, improving cardiovascular fitness can enhance lung capacity and function. Breathing exercises, such as those practiced in yoga and pulmonary rehabilitation programs, can also help maintain respiratory muscle strength and lung capacity. If you have any chronic respiratory conditions like COPD or asthma, proper management is crucial for maintaining optimal lung function. Our final predictor might surprise you: having a sense of purpose in life. Multiple studies have found that maintaining a strong sense of purpose and meaning is associated with longer life and reduced rates of disability. One study from Rush University Medical Center followed over 1,200 older adults and found that those with a high sense of purpose had a 30% lower mortality rate over a 5-year period. Purpose provides powerful psychological benefits, reducing stress, promoting positive emotions, and enhancing resilience. But the benefits appear to be physical as well. Research shows that people with higher purpose in life have lower levels of inflammatory markers and stronger immune function. What constitutes purpose is highly individual. It might come from family relationships, especially grandparenting, volunteer work or community service, creative pursuits or hobbies, spiritual or religious practices, continued learning or intellectual engagement, or even mentoring younger generations. Importantly, purpose doesn't need to be grand or world-changing. Small daily activities that provide a sense of meaning and connection can provide significant benefits. The key is having a reason to get up in the morning, something that makes you feel needed and valued. If you're struggling to find purpose after retirement or other major life transitions, consider working with a therapist or life coach who specializes in issues affecting older adults. Many senior centers and community organizations also offer programs specifically designed to help older adults discover new sources of meaning and engagement. These 7 signs: walking speed, grip strength, social connections, nutritional status, cognitive function, pulmonary function, and sense of purpose, provide a comprehensive picture of what promotes longevity after 70. What's remarkable is how interconnected these factors are. Physical activity improves walking speed, grip strength, and pulmonary function. Social connections enhance sense of purpose and cognitive function. Proper nutrition supports nearly all these systems. This highlights an important truth about aging well. It's all connected. Taking care of your whole self, body, mind, and spirit creates a virtuous cycle that promotes longevity. Remember, it's never too late to make positive changes. Studies show benefits from exercise, improved nutrition, and increased social engagement at every age, even in people well into their 90s. If you found this information valuable, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who might benefit. For more content on healthy aging and wellness, subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. Thank you for watching, and here's to living your longest, healthiest life possible.